Alright guys, so exhaust is in. I used the same one I had in my RXP, and the tip came out pretty good, man. It looks like it belongs there. I didn't really have to do anything. I cut a little bit off of this one, of the whatever the hell this thing is called, the plug, but I didn't really need it to. I just wanted a little space, and it curves up a little bit, but it didn't really make a difference. I did not use the gasket that came with it. I used a lot of silicone, and that's how I always done it. I trust the silicone more than that gasket. So because the silicone gets in here, you want to put a lot. So that's what you want to do. You want to put a lot of silicone, so it just comes out the side, comes out through the bolt. And that's how you know that it's not going to leak, because it has silicone all the way around and through the bolts. So now comes the intercooler, the Fizzle intercooler. So I did the 90-degree here, the plug that comes with the kit. I did a 90 here because I'm going to use this for my Supercharger water cool. And I put this plug in here just in case I want to put something else in here. I can just a gauge or whatever, you know, we're always doing weird stuff, so I leave this window open to put something in here, and then another 90 here. So now comes the time for the Fizzle intercooler. So let's see how this baby works out in the 21. Now, as far as the open loop goes, I do outside of the ski some of the hoses that are more difficult if I can, like the back of the intercooler. So I already cut all the hoses. I know where everything goes. This one goes someplace else, so it's too hard to do it on the intercooler. So and I like to use all the hoses naturally. They have a curve, so if you use the curve, you're not fighting anything. It's not rubbing it against something that is going to mess up the hose. So if you use all the curves just the right way, it will be a lot easier. So this one is ready to go into the jet ski. All right guys, so it came time for the Supercharger. So I got two Superchargers. I got a brand new one that I just got, and I got my Supercharger, which is, you know, the big one, the 20 something pounds supposedly. But the clutches are bad, as you guys can see. They're completely burned out. So I'm going to use the clutches from this one that are brand new. So I'm going to swap everything from here to here, and taking you guys along the ride. Here's mine. Okay, so as you guys know, we're installing the 142 wheel from Fizzle. So I want to do a comparison between ARC's old wheel, the 142, which is the same wheel. Now, if we look over here, obviously we all know that it's bigger, but so of this one, since it's the same wheel. But we put this here, and it's exactly the same height. If we put it on Fizzle's wheel, look at the difference. So Fizzle's wheel is higher up. So that means more power, baby. It's gonna grab more air. More power. Power, 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 power. So, yep, it's definitely bigger. What is different about it is it doesn't have this nut that the regular SeaDoo Supercharger has. We don't use that anymore. It has the nut, is part of the wheel. Now, you gotta be careful when you install and take off this wheel. You need a 6-point socket, something like this. You don't want a 12-point. The 12-point is kind of that. It's weaker. When it's wider in between points, it's stronger. So that's what you need. Now, as far as Loctite, factory, it uses Loctite. FISO doesn't recommend you guys to use Loctite because it's reverse threading. The more you use a supercharger, the tighter it gets. So it kind of makes sense. Now, if you're one of those OCD person that doesn't believe none of that, I wouldn't use red or even blue. I would use yellow Loctite and just a tiny bit. And to take it off, you have to heat it up. Don't make the mistake of not heating it up. So that is about it when it comes down to this wheel. Now, as far as the torque, FISO says 25 pounds of torque. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do no Loctite and we're gonna do 25 pounds of torque. Now, after that, we're gonna check the slip and see what the slip and set the slip. We're gonna set the torque at 25. I got my wrench here that I made, because since I don't make any tools for this, because it's supposed to be a supercharger that doesn't break. And that is how you torque it. So now we're gonna do the slip. Basically, to do the slip on this, you loosen this nut, you hold the shaft right here, you loosen this one, you tighten this one, and then you tighten this one against this one. I know it sounds so Chinese, but that's the way it is. I'm sure you can find a lot of videos on the internet how to do it. But yes, and then you set your slip, and then you have to check your slip every, I say, ride the whole day or an hour, take off your supercharger and check it again and check it again and check it again and check it again until it doesn't move. And you gotta keep checking it, because if you don't, you're gonna mess up your clutches. Right there. Right here. All right, guys, it's 1 o'clock in the morning and I'm pretty much finished. I ran the fuel system without starting the engine, just to, in case there's something in there, just to run it, throw it back into the tank. Put oil, everything is in it. Like you can see. And here's the FISO intercooler. That intercooler just went in just perfect. I mean, I'm used to clowning around with all my custom stuff, and I didn't have to do any of that, so that helped a lot. Pretty much it's just putting the spark plugs on and we'll be in our way. So let's crank it up. All right, guys, I'm finally finished. 1 o'clock in the morning, because Brian tomorrow needs to go, he needs to do something else. He's not tuning tomorrow, except he's gonna tune for me at 6 o'clock in the morning. So I needed to finish today. So it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I think I'm finished. We're gonna give it a go in a minute. I definitely don't have any fuel leaks because I checked them. I don't know, you know, I can't check boost leaks yet and water leaks until I get it to the water. So basically, this is what we got. We got everything in. The FISO intercooler and the hoses just winning perfect. I mean, I couldn't ask for anything better. The exhaust just winning perfect. It's the one from the 260. So let's see if this thing wants to crank up. All right, I hear the fuel pump. Huh, it's sounding weird. Oh, there he goes. All right. That is beautiful in my book. Props to the tuner, man. All right. right, guys, so it's Friday, it's raining. So Brian was supposed to go out of town. So he didn't because of the rain. A blessing for me. So now we're getting ready to go tune in the rain. Hey Brian, you excited about tuning in the rain? Brian don't. Hey Brian, you excited about
That's an edit.
So hey Brian, you excited to tune in the rain?
No. Are you so close?
All right, guys, we made it to the lake. All right, I gotta do the video later. All right, guys, so this thing is fast. I'm still shaking. It's the fastest jet ski I ever owned, and I threw it together in 9 days. So I can imagine this jet ski a year, 2 years from now, how fast it's gonna get once I get all the tricks and all the stuff and figure it out, because I haven't really figured out this ski. I just threw it together with the stuff from the 260. So Cuckoo's making a pass. I am super happy with the result. Couldn't ask for a better result. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Now we gotta see if it stays together. There's a lot of experimental part in this engine, and if it stays together, then we got something. So we'll see what happens. Definitely not playing it safe with this engine. So this is something completely outside the box. I have to say that Fiso wheel, in my opinion, made a difference. We have to look at the log to see how much boost it made. I know what the other wheel made, so I'm really interested to see how much boost it makes more than the ET wheel. Like I say, it's definitely fast, and it's the fastest thing I ever owned. So it's the same setup for a couple of the things. I ran this motor before, and I had a problem with my pump. My pump came apart, and it went forward, and it messed up my motor. It wasn't that it blew up or nothing, it's just my pump messed it up. So I know the numbers that motor already made, so that motor is here, and we got a different wheel. So I don't know, I think we got something here, so we'll see. Oh man, I almost forgot about you guys. I'm in such an automatic that I forgot to film. I'm back in the garage. I'm gonna check the slip on the supercharger, and I have to put the little siphon, I don't know what the heck the things are called. They basically, by vacuum, they take, if there's any water inside the hole, by vacuum of the same pump, the jet pump, it takes the water out. I don't have those because I built this thing in a rush, as you guys know. So I'm gonna put them on tonight. It is 10 o'clock, and I'm starting to take this thing apart again. So I gotta take the supercharger out, check the slip, and put the siphon little things on. Let me show you guys. I don't have the original ones for this jet ski, so I'm using a, I don't even know what year those are. It looks like 2005. So I'm gonna use those. This goes on the bottom of the jet ski and it sucks the water in, and then it comes out through here and it comes out through the back of the jet pump. So we are going to do that now. All right, guys, so I'm done. I'm officially done with this. So I got the siphon hoses. They're right there, right where they're supposed to be. One there, and one right there. And check the slip in the supercharger. It did went down. So it went down around 4 pounds. So I put it back right where I want it, and we'll see what happened. Hopefully it will be enough for tomorrow. So we'll see. All right, guys, so this is it. Tomorrow is race day. Now remember to comment, like, and subscribe if you like these videos and you want to see more of me. So until next time, I'll see you guys at the hydro drags.